Welcome back. The Fiji National Sports Commission will meet Fiji Rugby Union this Friday to discuss their application of $3,000 to pay National Sevens coach Ben Ryan. The amount is for Ryan's accommodation, travel and salary, but this is only for 2014 and doesn't include the last 3 months.
With revelations that Ben Ryan has been unpaid since October, it turns out he will remain just that.
I don't have funding in 2013 for that.
The funding hand of local sports, the Fiji National Sports Commission, confirming they only make payments for 2014.
Ben's doing a great job and he has to be looked after, so it's something that we'll have to sort out if everything that's been said now it's come from Ben. It's a bit sad, but I'm sure it's been covered by rugby.
Fiji Rugby admits the Englishman wasn't paid because he simply hadn't put pen to paper until now.
Ben has now signed a contract, but I leave it to Bulletin, the acting CEO. He's actually in the process of doing a press release.
It's still unclear where Ryan will recover his 3 months' expenses, where he took the team to Australia, Dubai and South Africa. As for his salary, there's good news, with the Commission coming to the rescue.
The coaching grants, Rugby Union have applied for a coaching grant, not just for sevens but also for 15s, as have another 5 sports now. We've got 6 applications as at this morning.
Maisie will meet all applicants this Friday, including Fiji Rugby Union.
We're having half-hour meetings with each organisation to finalise on what their requirements are, and we will be looking at providing funding as quickly as possible.
Ryan's expected to get top priority from the $2 million payout after the meeting. As early as this month, he's expected to get his first pay. William Tambuya, Fiji One News.
Meanwhile, the Fiji Rugby Union has clarified the issue regarding Ben Ryan's contract. Acting Chief Executive Officer and Board Director Dr. Berlin Kafoa says that Ryan volunteered for 3 months after being appointed as National Sevens coach due to the financial situation of the FRU. The Fiji Rugby Union are not in a rush to announce their new sponsors. With consultations being done with the bidders, the FRU board will meet to go through the final details before naming the companies that will come on board.
The Fiji Rugby Union is not in a rush to confirm their new major sponsors, though their major events kick off in a few months.
We are sort of taking it a step at a time. We don't want to make mistakes that will damage the FRU sponsorship or the value of the sponsorship. We want to make sure that everything is tied down to the T. Hopefully that in the next couple of days. It's better to have more heads thinking than one.
FIU is without a major sponsor for its products since 2011.
We've got some serious sponsors. There's a couple of consortiums and 2 individual sponsors for all the FRU products.
FIU has received expression of interest from companies wanting to come on board.
We have consulted most of the sponsors that have shown their expression, and now it's just going through all the nitty-gritty before we actually do the actual announcement of the sponsor for Fiji Rugby Union for 2014, 2015 and 2016.
The Rugby House will also closely look at the contractual obligations with its former sponsors before announcing the new sponsor. Recently, Digicel's contract with FIU came to an end with negotiations well underway.
They are one of the bidders in the whole game, so it's not that they are not out of it, but there are others as well. So we're looking at everybody. This is a group where we've said that we'll entertain, we'll look, and then the decision will be made from there.
With 3 to 4 companies bidding to secure the sponsorship rights, FRU isn't in any rush to make its final decision. Irfan Khan, Fiji One News.
Toka Barbarians Waisea Nadhungu is the latest player to be ruled out of the Fiji Sevens team to USA and New Zealand. Nadhungu is undergoing a 12-week recruitment as a prison warden. Officials have not given up on Pio Tuwai, who's tending to personal matters. In the meantime, coach Ben Ryan is excited about the returning Raga Levani Botia, whose physicality at the breakdown is a must-have in the next 2 rounds.
He comes out and says that he's not assured of his place, he's got to fight hard for it. That's what a coach wants to hear, and you know, he's right. No one's got their place nailed down, and he's going to have to work hard, but I'm so terrifically pleased that he's back in the fold.
Starting this Friday at Ratu Thakombau Park, organisers of the Uluin Nakau Sevens are promising a worthwhile tournament for National Sevens coach Ben Ryan. The tournament is the first one this new season, and Ryan has made a personal commitment to attend.
We are very happy, overwhelming that Ben is coming over. He's just contacting Velia, who's the table for teamwork. So he's make a call to us that he'll be very interesting to be at Ratumbo Park in the 2 days tournament.
As for the host team, seen here in green, a good outing is as important as impressing the Englishman.
Game time last year, and we were looking forward to meeting the big teams on this week.
And Wales World Cup winning Sevens coach Paul John has left his position as head coach to take up a new role with Cardiff Blues, leaving Wales searching for a new coach. Cardiff Blues have confirmed former Wales international scrum half Paul John as the new backs coach at the region. John will leave his position as head coach at Wales Sevens to take on the role at the Blues and replace Gareth Baber. And former rugby international Brian Lima is the latest sports person to lose his job following a violent outburst. Samoan defence coach Lima has quit his job after allegations he assaulted his wife. He appeared in a Samoa Observer newspaper last month, sporting facial injuries. Lima has been charged with causing bodily harm and being armed with a dangerous weapon. He's due to appear in court next week. The 41-year-old was inducted into the IRB's Hall of Fame in 2011 after playing 5 World Cups for Samoa. Nandi football will field all its top players in the first leg of the Champion versus Champion series at Prince Charles Park on Saturday. The side has never claimed the CVC title, but hope the home advantage will put them a step closer to upsetting favourites Mba.
Instituting the right set piece, Coach Kamal Swami with his Nandi football players working against all the odds to win the Pilegamon's Champion versus Champions title for the first time.
This is a very important match just because Nandi has never won the CBC and Ba is the current champion. And we are not taking very lightly this game. We are taking very serious this game. And we want to maintain where we left last year.
The Jet Setters have had a sound performance last season and hope to create history when they meet defending champions Ba on Saturday.
Ba is a very tough team. As you know, all they are the champion side, and we do respect them, and we'll give them a good game this year.
Nandi will field all its top seasonal players in the first match. Top striker Rusiate Matarenga, Urea Loki and Amani Mokoy are some household names for Nandi.
We have got the full squad training together, and we haven't got any injuries at the moment. Yes, definitely the players who played in the IDC are back in the for the CBC.
History surely stacks against them. The side will try to overcome 17-time champions Ba. They have been regrouping twice a day and are mainly focusing on their fitness.
Main purpose of this week's training was to get the physically fit team, and the fitness level is a little bit down, and the coach is working the physical at the moment, fitness, and then I think there's no injury at the moment, but we don't know, anything can happen.
Nandi will hope to get their winning chances more at home when they face Ba 4 p.m. at Prince Charles Park on Saturday. Vashnail Prasad, Fiji One News.
And Lambasa Wonderboy Roy Krishna has joined his new football club Wellington Phoenix today. Krishna, 26, is contracted to the Phoenix till the end of the 2013-14 season. Phoenix head coach Ernie Merrick said he's delighted to land such a prolific striker and look forward to working with Krishna.
Probably the top goal scorer in the last few years, playing for Waitakere. We signed him from Auckland City, but he's been with predominantly Waitakere, and I think in 100-odd appearances he scored about 72 goals, and that's what we're looking for at the Phoenix.
Krishna replaces the injured Paul Eiffel, who's out for the season with a ruptured Achilles. He joined the club at the perfect time with the Phoenix on a 3-match winning streak. The Fiji Sports Council aims to put boxing back to where it once stood. This is after the confirmation yesterday by Fiji Boxing Commission that the council has approved to to be one of the promoters of the sport of boxing.
Fiji Sports Council have come on board in this partnership with Fiji Boxing Commission, not only to promote the facilities that they have, but to take the sport to another level.
Boxing is an area where we haven't had any professional fights really in Fiji for some time now. Whatever reasons, it doesn't matter.
Maisie adds in their plight to revive the sport again in Fiji, they are currently fixing all the old boxing rings that have not been used. They also plan not only to look at international bouts, but to firstly develop our own.
To ensure we bring boxing back into Fiji in a big way. Now that level is not just at the international level where we're having professional fights, we've got to also look after the amateurs.
These are the venues that will host international fights promoted by the Fiji Sports Council. The old Rambuka Gym, which is now the National Fitness Center, will now have a full-time boxing ring to cater for amateur boxing. Selina Navuso, Fiji One News.
One of Fiji's most promising young golfers, Barun Hussain, received a helping hand for his game ahead of competing in the Australian Master of the Amateurs golf tournament this week. Visiting Melbourne, Australia to compete in the prestigious golf event, 15-year-old Hussain was given the opportunity to visit the PGA of Australia's world-class Centre for Learning and Performance at the PGA's headquarters in Melbourne. He also had the opportunity to meet with PGA Tour of Australasia professional Rika Mbatambasanga, whose father Asaeli comes from Namatakula village. Hussain is a member of Fiji's national golf team, which the PGA has sponsored as part of its commitment to the inaugural Fiji International. Bowls Fiji have registered 21 tournaments in their 2014 calendar, as the Women's and Men's Association have merged to become one. The officials have planned to start the season next month with the triples competition. And since merging, they have added 4 more tournaments for the women's, which will provide more challenge in order to participate at the international tournaments. And thousands of Australian cricket fans flocked to the Sydney Opera House yesterday to honour the Ashes-winning Australian cricket team. Most of the Australian team members looked slightly worse for wear after 2 days of celebrating following their win on Sunday in the 5th Test at the Sydney Cricket Ground, which gave Australia a 5-0 series sweep for just the 3rd time in history.
From the Ashes Theatre to an Opera House party.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victorious Australian cricket team.
The new holders of the urn celebrating with thousands of fans in Sydney today.
And I think that's what's important for us today, to come here and thank you guys for all of your support, sticking by us through the tough times, and hopefully we've put some smiles on some faces.
Mitchell Johnson!
Sweet success too for series hero Mitchell Johnson, bouncing back from poor form and injury.
The Barmy Army obviously have given me a hard time over the years, and you know, it was just nice to actually turn around and put my 5 fingers up and say 5-0. So
the Australians going from a laughing stock a few months ago to having the last laugh.
The pleasing thing is the way they played. Nice, aggressive, hard cricket, as we talk about all the time, the Aussie way, if you like, and you know, they took it on board and really thumped England.
These faces beneath the baggy greens now embedded in cricket folklore, emerging from the shadows of names like Warne, War and McGrath.
A good summer is Australia versus England, and a great summer is one where Australia beats England.
A rejuvenated Australia will now focus on dominating their old foe in the one-day internationals before taking on the #1 ranked Test nation South Africa.
And a great day would have been for cricket fans in Australia.
Absolutely, it was a good turnaround for them.
It was indeed. And that's all we have for sports tonight. I'll hand it back to Vili.
Thanks, Drew. Stay with us at World News from our global news partner CNN after the break.